thing is Hexy. You get one guess. What am I playing? Dun dun dun. God, am I a glutton for punishment to want to set up these big old things like this and play? So here's old Albert Sidney and old PGT done snuck up on Grant's boys who were taking a early spring vacation, fun and activities by the river, the Tennessee River. All right. Little hiking in the woods, in the wilderness. Some Boy Scouts earning their badges, doing a little camping. All right. No. Army of the Tennessee was kind of scattered out, not expecting anything, and waiting for Don Carlos Buell to get his 4 divisions, or 5, whatever he had, up here to Pittsburgh Landing and join in with Grant and to move on Corinth some, 20 miles down the road yonder. And all this time, Johnston and Beauregard were moving their troops forward. What a golden opportunity they had to put it to the Union here in Tennessee. And marvelous outcome on the first day, but didn't finish the job. Got a little lackadaisical, and on the second day, Grant kept his word and said, we'll look them tomorrow, and they sure did. So here we're talking Into the Woods. This was a Dick Whitaker design. And I believe there was an award that went out for this thing here too, and I get it. What a detailed work he's done on this. Just the so great battles in the American Civil War, you got your core rules, but then on this one here, you have just like all games, you have rules that apply specifically to this battle, this game, these scenarios, and he really put some depth in this. Got to pay attention to a lot of this and everything. I think a lot of it, once you do it, you start to get a flow. And added some optional event type things. You got battle events. You put in random events if you want, which I think I'm probably going to use those. Certain restrictions on the way things can move and activate. The way you handle the woods, like in this game here, woods or not, you can shoot through 1 hex of the woods in this game here because the lower, while the trees had canopy on them, the vegetation at the ground level was sparse, and the trees weren't sitting all right on top of each other. You could maneuver through them. Not maneuver. I mean, it was still hard to maintain organization and connectivity, and you got rules for that in this game here too for the first couple activations for the Confederates. So, but the Union was caught completely off guard here, and I want to say one of the stories was about Sherman telling an officer about taking his regiment and going back to Ohio because whoever that was had said something about Confederates, and Sherman was like, no, you're full of crap. So I guess he belittled the guy. And I don't remember if it was Peabody or Prentice. I think one of them had some bad comment too about one of their lowers in command saying something about it, or maybe Peabody? That's Prentice blaming Peabody or something for bringing on a major engagement. Well, here's the Peabody detachments or whatever sitting down here. Do you think that is these guys bringing on a major engagement? Or do you think these guys were bringing one anyhow, regardless of what those 2 guys thought? So we're going to get after this great battles of the American Civil War, the Tennessee River. Haven't gone through all the victory conditions, but you got rules talking about, you can't see them because these units are sitting on them, about these camps and everything. You've got alert rules, activation rules about how the Union troops activate, which I haven't gone into all the details yet about that. But this is going to be interesting. Don't know if I'll get through this whole thing, 2 days of this, but I'm going to do my best. Just like anybody else. You hit a point where I've just had this up too long. You want to move on to something else, but I'll do the best I can and try to keep you guys informed as best I can. But let's take a quick fly around here. So, like I see, we've already seen, and this is a 2-mapper, by the way. So, I've got this on one of my 3x5 pieces, I think. Yeah, 3x5 pieces. The activation charts, turn record chart sits there. The other charts, of course, they're going to be in your hand. But here's the initial Confederate Army in the Mississippi setup. Okay, almost everybody. Well, let's see, 60% is probably already on the board, ready to go. And then there's the reinforcements with Breckinridge's Reserve Corps and Polk's Third Corps, some stuff over here. The Yanks theirs are spread out a little bit. Buell will come on later to try to come across the river. And you can in this game get the Confederates can get on that Pittsburgh Landing, the 2 hexes over there where the boats are, and they can keep reinforcements from coming across. Sorry about the light. Nothing I can do about that right now. And those are all the activation markers. We'll get them into play here shortly. Nice terrain key, very in-depth terrain key on here. Just got to remember this is pretty much all wilderness and swamp. Wilderness, woods, and swamp. You got interesting ammo supply rules. There's in the rule book, they don't necessarily refer to clear terrain, but any of the all-field hexes are what you would consider clear terrain in this game, but they're referred to as fields in this game. And then you got your boundary hexes, which are where the dotted lines are with, you'll see some woods and some field hexes in there like that. You've got roads, and then you've got farm lanes in this game here. The fatter road there would be a road, and then you get the little tanny, brownie colored ones are farm lanes. Interesting maneuver in this game. I think it's 1.5 for infantry to move through woods and stuff like that. And everybody starts in advanced mode, and there's a certain turn where you can start going into command or march mode. So, yeah, I want to get after this. Am I going to miss some of these rules? Yeah, Dick put a lot of detail into this. Great design. And he's, what a great one to pick it up after Richard had passed away. Dick's just done a knockout job with this and anything that he's had his hands in, or the guys working along with him, or creating some of this stuff. So Bill Byrne and Al Smith and Dick Vollers and all these guys just doing a great job. All right, Stigler doing some of the doing all the vassal stuff, and old Tom Fernbacker setting up these playthroughs and stuff that they said went up in Gettysburg for about 3 days. All these guys they're wonderful people. Met all of them. They're all awesome, and they do a great job with this stuff. All right, so let's get after this thing. We'll try to keep you all posted as I go, and we'll talk to you soon.